Elden Ring is a masterpiece. Over 60 hours of brutal combat, cryptic lore, and a world so dense with secrets that most players still haven't seen everything. For a lot of gamers, that felt like the perfect length. But for some of us, it just wasn't enough. Some of us finished Elden Ring and immediately started asking, okay, what's next? What gives me that same epic scale, that same sense of a world that never ends, but even more of it? Because 60 hours is great, but 150 hours is better. Today, we've got the answer. These are 20 RPGs that are longer than Elden Ring. Games so packed with content, so deep in their worlds, and so rich in their systems that by the time you're done, Elden Ring will feel like a warm-up. Let's get into it. Dragon's Dogma 2 throws you into colossal creature combat phenomenally. 80 to 120 hours of monster hunting mastery. The dragon opening establishes stakes immediately. Pawn companions learn tactics, creating living allies. By 2026, this proved Capcom understands emergent gameplay. Fast travel restriction forces environmental discovery. Cut ropes stay cut until NPCs repair them. Combat climbing mechanics feel responsive. Class variety enables playstyle experimentation. 40+ hours main story respects your time, with side quests and exploration easily exceeds 100 hours. Multiple playstyles justify replays. The emergent design philosophy rewards player creativity. This is what happens when developers trust systems over handholding. Cyberpunk 2077 by 2026 finally became the game CD Projekt Red envisioned. Phantom Liberty expansion elevated this from good to phenomenal in 2024. 80 to 120 hours of Night City immersion. By 2026, the complete edition respects your time. V's story explores corporate intrigue through genuine roleplay. First-person perspective immerses authentically. The soundtrack dominates. Phantom Liberty questline rivals main campaign quality. Companion relationships developed through genuine story moments. Multiple endings based on choices matter emotionally. Performance improvements make this playable as intended. This is a redemption arc proof. Commitment transforms perception. The city feels alive through reactive systems. By 2026, Cyberpunk finally delivers on its promise. Starfield's scope is absolutely insane. Bethesda's space exploration RPG offers variable playtime depending on how deep you dive. Main story runs 30 hours, with faction missions and exploration 100+ hours easily. By 2026, this remains the most ambitious space RPG ever made. The procedural generation enables 16 quintillion planets theoretically. Character creation celebrates personal expression. Companion relationships develop through gameplay. Space station life feels lived in. The sheer scale means you define completion personally. Some finish at 80 hours, others exceed 200+ through exhaustive exploration. The modern community extends longevity indefinitely. This is Bethesda doing what they do best, enabling personal storytelling through systems. Persona 3 Reload is Atlus's 2024 remake, proving a 2006 classic still resonates. 130 hours of supernatural mystery set in high school. Calendar structure forces genuine investment in relationships. Dark Hour's supernatural concept grabs you immediately. By 2026, this stands as a phenomenal entry point to the Persona franchise. The social link system builds character bonds meaningfully. Tartarus dungeon crawling feels rewarding. Real-time combat balances accessibility with depth. The tragic narrative hits emotionally. New Game Plus encourages multiple playthroughs. Completionists sink 130+ hours. This remake proved remakes done right can exceed originals. The updated graphics and quality of life features modernize the experience. This is essential gaming. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a 100 to 130 hour epic that sweeps across emotional storytelling and phenomenal world design. The Ionosios continent feels alive through environmental detail. Combat demands tactical thinking, mixing real-time and turn-based elements. Character development through genuine party bonds feels earned. By 2026, this remains one of the greatest JRPGs ever made. The interconnected world design rewards exploration. Side quests develop world lore authentically. Party customization enables playstyle variety. The emotional narrative payoff justifies every hour invested. Multiple playthroughs reveal hidden storylines. This is Monolith Soft at peak creativity. If you haven't experienced this masterpiece yet, then honestly, you're missing one of gaming's greatest adventures. Divinity Original Sin 2 delivers CRPG depth that rivals board games in complexity. 100 to 150 hours of tactical turn-based mastery. Multiple Origin characters enable completely different narratives. Origin playthroughs feel genuinely distinct. Larian-proved isometric CRPGs could compete with modern AAA through pure quality. By 2026, this remains phenomenal for 4-player cooperative storytelling. Environmental interaction during combat rewards creativity. Creative problem-solving matters more than stat checking. The writing celebrates player choice. Competitive modes add variety. This is what respecting player intelligence looks like. Completionists easily exceed 150 hours. The replayability through different origins justifies massive time investment. Metaphor, ReFantazio proved 2024 could release legendary games. This Atlas masterpiece fuses Persona social systems with Fire Emblem strategy phenomenally. 80 to 130 hours campaigns feel motivated throughout. The prologue alone is longer than some full games. Political intrigue narrative hooks immediately. Character development rivals novels emotionally. By 2026, people realize Atlas delivered one of the best JRPGs ever. The archetype system enables infinite build creativity. Multiple playthroughs reveal different story branches. This isn't just a game, this is an experience. The soundtrack dominated Billboard classical charts. If you want proof that JRPGs can achieve artistic excellence, this is it. Gaming needs more games like Metaphor. Baldur's Gate 3 hits differently because every choice genuinely reshapes your journey. 110 to 150 hours per playthrough, and you'll immediately start another run. Turn-based combat rewards tactical thinking. Character development through genuine relationships. Multiple Origin characters enable completely different story paths. By 2026, this remains fresh because branching narrative design respects player agency phenomenally. The dialogue system for Roleplay genuinely matters. Camp interactions build party bonds authentically. This is what happens when developers trust players to be creative. You'll sink 200 plus hours across multiple playthroughs. The replayability justifies the time investment completely. The Witcher 3 is still one of the longest RPGs ever made at 125 to 174 hours, 11 years old by 2026, and honestly, it holds up perfectly. Geralt's monster hunting journey across a living, breathing continent. Every single side quest feels like a main storyline, not filler padding. The writing is phenomenal. Moral ambiguity and quest design rewards exploration. Both expansions, especially Blood and Wine, equal full game content. Gwent becomes addictive. By 2026, this remains the gold standard for how open-world storytelling should feel. If you haven't played this yet, then you've been sleeping on gaming's greatest achievement. The sheer scale is still unmatched. Persona 5 Royal is 110 to 150 hours of pure excellent, and honestly, that's a conservative estimate. You're a high school student by day, stealing hearts as a phantom thief by night. The opening hooks you immediately. Calendar structure forces you to invest genuinely in these characters through social links. Confidant relationships matter emotionally. Dungeons feel satisfying to conquer. By 2026, this still stands as arguably the best JRPG ever made. The third semester content is phenomenal. New Game Plus encourages replays because you'll never experience everything in one playthrough. This is the game people sink 200 plus hours into across multiple runs. The Jaws soundtrack alone makes it worth the commitment. The Last Remnant Remastered is Square Enix's underrated gem that honestly never gets the attention it deserves. 100 to 120 hours of JRPG excellence. The remaster from 2018 upgraded graphics from Unreal Engine 3 to 4, making it gorgeous by 2026 standards. The story follows Rush Sykes searching for his sister across a war-torn world, divided into city-states, where ancient magical artifacts called remnants hold immense power. The unique union-based battle system, where you command groups instead of individuals, sounds weird until you realize it's phenomenally strategic. Managing 18 party members through union squads demands tactical thinking. The world design celebrates 4 distinct humanoid races, creating diverse cultures. Side quests feel meaningful, not padding. By 2026, after 8 years, this still stands as an underrated masterpiece. The guild tasks provide endless content. Completionists easily exceed 120 hours. This is pure JRPG excellence that somehow flew under most people's radars. If you want a hidden gem that respects your time investment, this is it. Elder Scrolls Online is Bethesda's living world that never stops expanding. 100 plus hours base game with unlimited endgame. MMO structure means perpetual content drops. By 2026, this remains exceptional for solo players despite multiplayer focus. Tamriel exploration rewards curiosity. Dark Brotherhood questline equals single-player quality. Thieves Guild missions excel genuinely. New expansions arrive regularly, providing content valleys a void. Housing systems create personal investment. Guild communities sustain engagement. By 2026, players report 600 plus hours easily. The base game respects solo players through completely soloable content. Difficulty options enable accessibility. This is MMO design respecting single-player preferences. Updates keep content fresh perpetually. Skyrim released 2011, yet by 2026 remains culturally dominant. 100 plus hours minimum main experience. Side quests rival main campaign quality. Guild quest lines excel individually. By 2026, this endures through sheer design excellence. Player freedom enables personal storytelling. Dragons feel genuinely threatening initially. The modding community sustains engagement indefinitely. Skyrim enabled personal agency other games abandoned. Civil War questline mirrors player choice. Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild questlines remain elite. By 2026, mods transform the experience continuously. Players easily exceed 300 hours across playthroughs. This is freedom implemented perfectly. The remaster continues receiving updates. Skyrim proves timeless design transcends technological eras. Monster Hunter Wilds released 2026 and immediately proved Monster Hunter evolution continues. 100 plus hours minimum with endgame potentially unlimited. Seamless world exploration replacing zone separation. Creature behavior becomes even more organic. By 2026, Monster Hunter Wilds stands as the franchise peak. Weapon mechanics refined through a decade of feedback. Dynamic weather affects monster behavior authentically. The ecosystem feels alive through predator-prey interactions. Hunting culture deepens through environmental storytelling. Multiplayer coordination feels genuinely tactical. Post-game endgame content promises months of engagement. The grind respects player time through meaningful loot. Community hunts create genuine social bonds. This is Monster Hunter distilled to pure excellence. Monster Hunter World created phenomenal gameplay loops that sustain engagement indefinitely, 100 plus hours minimum, with endgame grinding limitless. 16 weapon types enable complete playstyle variety. Iceborne expansion doubled the content. By 2026, this remains the ecosystem hunting simulator. Monster interactions feel organic. Hunting culture authenticity celebrates respect for prey. Build crafting becomes personal obsession. Community-driven endgame sustains engagement. The grind respects player time through meaningful progression. Creature animations celebrate detail. Coordinated multiplayer hunts feel genuinely tactical. This isn't about story, this is about mastery loops. Players sink 500 plus hours easily. The satisfaction of perfecting hunts justifies every moment.